So I'm riding towards Segoe on Regent Street, going westbound, which is where the new cycle track begins. And the green light, so we're going to turn right. And here we are. New cycle track. We have the cycle track on the right, then a concrete terrace, some parking bays, and then a single lane of traffic. Green markings for where bikes and pedestrians or cars cross. At the intersections, you have these really wide bump outs to increase visibility, slow car traffic down, make it easier for people walking to cross. Here we have a signal for a very small road. There's also a detector in the bike lane. I don't know if you can see that. Not sure if that does anything. We're approaching the intersection of Sheboygan Avenue. If you wanted to turn left here onto Sheboygan, it's rather unclear how you would do that. It's fine going straight though. To the left here is the bus rapid transit station. Intersection with Fry Street. Yeah, I guess cars are allowed to turn right here on red. Turn they do. Now we're getting to the end of the cycle track. This is where it gets quite awkward, where you have to cross 2 lanes of traffic to get into this middle lane between the bus lane and the right turn and the left turn lane. So this is definitely not great. Officially, this is no bike route here, and so you might be wondering, where are we going? Straight ahead is the State Record Center and the State Crime Lab, and so there's a driveway around that, so it's an informal connection from here to the bike path. Crossing University Avenue now into the State Crime Lab parking lot driveway. Down here you can awkwardly connect with the Blackhawk trail. You don't have to go through the grass, as we'll see on the way back. We're going to turn around now and go back towards Segoe. So if you are southbound, you can connect to the State Crime Lab parking lot here. So here there's a paved connection. It's more difficult to get to if you're going the other way around, because this driveway around here is one way, which some people ignore, but obviously you shouldn't do that. So you go around the building. approaching the intersection of University and Segoe. And the issue here is if you're on a bike, this light is never going to turn for you. So you have to go over here on the sidewalk, push the button, and then wait for a pretty long time. This part really needs an improvement. It's an important north-south connection. The only other way to get across here is like way over in this direction near Eau Claire, or down there at Midvale, and those both are some ways away and also have their challenges as crossings. And somebody running the light, of course. So I'm going to get over here. It's a very short signal phase, getting into the unprotected bike lane on this first section. You could also ride on this widened sidewalk. Fairly steep uphill. And a light. To the right here is the new Whole Foods. Oh, green light already. That was short. Oops. Riding towards Sheboygan Avenue. On the left we have the bus lane and the BRT shelter, and the bike lane goes around the BRT shelter. Here you have pedestrians crossing again, crossing Sheboygan. We'll continue along Segoe. Now we're northbound and we're back on the protected bike lane. Compared to the previous situation, this is really much better. This used to be just a wide expanse of undefined travel lanes, a parking lane that was not very well used. And now on the bike you have all your own space. It's not too many driveways. Also here, these big bump outs, big islands to narrow things down. If you want to turn left somewhere like here, that's a little non-obvious. You would probably turn here where the green marking is. Now we're getting to the intersection with Regent. And that's another one where the turning is not quite clear. If you want to go straight, no problem. If you want to turn left, that's less obvious. So we'll just go straight here. Maybe they could add a bike box to allow that left turn movement. Here I'm on the section of Segoe that has not been improved. So here you have a wide parking lane and a buffered bike lane, which is also quite comfortable. Signal phases here are short, so you never have to wait long. This time we will turn left on Sheboygan Avenue. Okay, now we have to figure out how we turn left here. There's a left turn lane for car traffic, but obviously there's no way to get across the concrete barrier. So I guess Yeah, this is really not clear. I guess I'll stop here in the pedestrian crossing and hope that that's going to turn green without me having to push the button, which I cannot get to. I don't think this is going to turn for me. Let's see how I can get to the button.
Wait.
Audible pedestrian signals, very good for accessibility. Okay, here we go. So Sheboygan Avenue does not have a protected bike lane, but it has a nice buffered bike lane. There used to be no biker infrastructure at all here, just like on Segoe, and now there's a buffered bike lane. The bike lane buffer is continuous, which is not always the case for buffered bike lanes in Madison. Sometimes because there has to be some on-street parking or there's a tree in the way. You have these narrowings where there's maybe no buffer, but here it's all the way. Getting to the next BRT stop, Eau Claire. And here the bus stops in the travel lane to the left. And on a bike you can pass. On a car you have to wait behind the BRT bus. Now getting to Whitney Way, where there's a new traffic signal which makes it easier to turn left if you want to. I'll just make a U-turn here. Eastbound buffered bike lane on Sheboygan. There are a lot of apartment buildings along Sheboygan Avenue, a lot of lower income, low car households. There's a loading zone here for people who need to pick somebody up from these apartment buildings. And again, short loading zone where people can pull over for 10 minutes to pick somebody up or drop something off. Eau Claire BRT station. The local bus stops to the right. The BRT bus stops to the left. Eventually, all this empty space will be developed. But there hasn't been much happening lately, so you have this beautiful blank wall. We're approaching the intersection with Segoe. It's a bus lane for the BRT buses that turn left here. And we are going to turn right. It'll be interesting to see how snow clearing is going to work here in the winter. I'll try turning left onto Regent Street here. We'll see how that goes. Probably not that well because there's a bunch of cars. So yeah, the other way to turn left here is to cross straight and then make a jug handle turn, which might also be easier if there were a turn box here. So that's it, that's Segoe. Join us for the Madison Bikes Segoe opening ceremony with hot cider and apple donuts, some vegan treats, and Alder Tishler, who's the district alder for this district, is going to join us.